My name is Bradley Babcock, and I'm the Canadian Safety Lead for the Gordie Howe International Bridge. It's making sure construction works well with safety and making sure that processes are followed and procedures are followed to make sure that everybody goes home safely at the end of the day to their families. Safety is a huge component. It's not just the safety team's responsibility, but it's everybody's responsibility on the project here at the Gordie Howe International Bridge. So the vessel is used for the construction survey work. For bridge alignment, we have prisms in the water, located in the water, that is set there by anchors. Those prisms get adjusted on a regular basis to make sure we have proper alignment for future construction work. So we'll be more active on the boat once the bridge starts to go over water, and that's just to make sure that if anybody falls in over the bridge into the water, we can respond accordingly. And we can also let nearby ships know that overhead work is going on to make sure that no dropped objects falls and compromises their activity as well. It's typically an operation that happens in early spring to late fall. Just before the water begins to freeze, we will take the vessel out for maintenance. The length of the vessel will reach just the Canadian side, as the U.S. has their own vessel on the U.S. side to cover their area. So there is fish surveying that goes on that was previously done by our environmental team. They laid 105 minnow traps for species at risk, and they relocate these species at risk for the activity that is ongoing along the seawall. They also have reconstructed with rock along the seawall. They use the boat for turbidity, for measuring turbidity of the water during construction activities along the seawall. The type of emergencies that the vessel may be used for is potential individuals falling into the water, individuals working along the seawall that become encapsulated by the water, and any other emergencies, environmental spills or environmental activities as well. Safety rolls over to the water because if there's any type of emergency in the in-water during construction activity, we have to be able to respond accordingly and in a timely fashion and in a safe manner. Marine operations is critical to the success of this operation for multiple reasons, for environmental purposes, emergency response purposes, and surveying purposes to make sure that there's proper alignment in the bridge. We need the vessel on the water at all times to make sure there's no dropped objects, identification of hazards in the water for nearby ships, to notify nearby ships of any hazards, and to notify them of any overhead activity that could compromise their daily routine. Currently, right now, we have approximately 6 trained operators. They all have to be trained in correspondence to Transport Canada and Industry Canada. There are a couple of certifications that are required to operate that vessel, being that it's a commercial boat. B&A Marine Operations works alongside the Windsor Port Authority, the Department of Fisheries and Oceans, the local police department, RCMP, for training purposes. Previously, we've had a little bit of training in the previous year with the local RCMP and the police, just for recovery and responding emergencies. I got into safety and paramedics because when I was younger, my father was sick, so I wanted to get into a career that I could relate to, but still be active and help others to make myself and others feel more comfortable every day. I took that same pride into my work, and safety has allowed me the ability to expand my training and knowledge and education to make myself a better contributing safety person to everyone on this site and everywhere I go where I work. I never thought I'd be working on a project like this in my hometown. I've done a lot of traveling in my career, and I was looking to get out of the traveling, and this just so happened to fall in my hands, and I applied for the position, and here I am today working on the Gordie Howe, which could be one of my greatest dreams, I guess, come true for work. It's amazing. It's, to work on a project like this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The people you meet, the experience you get is second to none. It's really a fantastic feeling, and it's hard to explain.